Why is there an evidence stamp on the top of this particular Combat Master?
Today I'm with BJ Baldwin, a serious badass behind the wheel. Or a trigger. He's the only man to ever win the Baja 1000 twice. Solo, with no co-driver, no backup, and just pure mental dread. I mean, the man's literally been on fire before. But the story doesn't stop at racing. BJ is a fierce believer in the right to bear arms, something that saved the life of him and his girlfriend one night in Vegas. Now we're talking trucks, trophies, tactical gear, and a real gunfight that changed his life. This is Behind the Channel.
So this is the lab. After every race, the truck comes completely down to the bones. All powertrain, motor, transmission, driveline, the whole chassis gets checked for cracks. Transmission gets rebuilt after every single race, so does the ring gear, so does the drivetrain, all reassembled. And then it comes to me, and we do 50 miles of test miles. We have 2 race trucks. I've won 3 championships in this truck, 5 championships in this truck.
If you ain't first, you're last.
You would go bananas if I took you up the street in this. You can go over way larger bumps by probably a factor of 10, and you don't hardly feel anything.
We're not going to test that, but I believe you.
He's like one of the very few people that has been in my environment that's kind of scared to ride with me. I was in like 3 bad fires. One of them engulfed my whole body and I passed out.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah!
I actually have a picture of me on fire inside. We had, 2 guys on each side dumping the cans, and the overflow spilled into the Parker pumper system and ignited from the electric motor. All 4 of those guys panicked when that caught fire and the Parker pumper system caught fire. As soon as that happened, I got injected with like burnt, rubber, paper, plastic, everything into my lungs, which, is obviously not good for you and it makes you pass out. That's actually not an adequate representation of what it looked like. You can see they're still running and the fuel is still igniting. The guy that was riding with me had already gotten out of the car for my dad to get in. I'm engulfed in flames, losing all of the color in my vision and slowly starting to have this happen. I was able to get my belts unbuckled, take the window net down, and then get positioned
to get
ready to get out of the car. I lost complete mobility of everything. And he ran around the driver's side of the car. He didn't have gloves on or anything. He just stuck his hands underneath my armpits so that they didn't get burned. And we were both engulfed in flames. It was much worse than that. He used all his strength to yank me out. I fell on top of him. I regained mobility or full consciousness, picked him up and dragged him away, and they eventually got the car out.
He might be okay. No, probably not now.
After showing us the scars his race truck earned the hard way, BJ brought us inside with something a little more personal. And it's not just a gun room. Note the pink teddy bear in the corner. It's a reflection of how he trains, prepares, and protects what matters most.
Oh my God! You have just a bowl of bullets. Is this when people come in? Instead of mints, take some rounds.
It's beautiful, man! Beautiful!
This one's got miles on it. So the only problem I have with the Infinity, their jewelry, this one shoots fine. I've never had any malfunctions with it. But like hitting the gun so hard when I come out, trying to get really quick shots off, some of the grip kind of comes apart. But yeah, this is the nicest pistol I've ever had. And it shoots really, really nice. These are race cars. They're all McLarens.
Toyota.
I was just gonna say, we're taking a Toyota Camry. This is a Toyota Camry, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're taking a Toyota Camry and we're putting drag radials on the front, a 77 millimeter turbocharger. We're pulling the heads off, the pistons out, the connecting rods. We're turning this Camry, when we're doing this, a little bit closer to a race car. I don't know that anybody does that better than Taryn. His Glocks are amazing.
Oh, they're awesome. So when I talk to Taryn, I always ask him who are the best natural shooters that you've ever had? And he was like, by far the F1 racers, because they're not only their reaction time, but their decision-making ability under stress. Something with more rounds, it's more accurate.
People always ask me if I had to do it over again, what gun would I would I carry? And I said in 1953, the government designed a Gatling gun that was 8 feet long, and they couldn't figure out what to do with it, so they built a plane around it, and they called it the A-10 Warthog. That's what I would do if I could have a holster that would fit that and be 2 miles away and just be...
So do you have a favorite?
I would pick an emotional one. There's a Beretta, 380 Beretta, model 1934, I think, that my dad got in a gunfight with. It was in a gun-free zone. It was at a poker game. And somebody came in there to kill him and rob him. He made it out. And one of those guys was a really, really gnarly guy, and he got in an engagement with law enforcement as soon as they showed up, and they smeared him all over the hood of a cop car. And the other guy went to prison for 20 years. He actually called my dad on his deathbed 6 months before he passed away to say, hey, Bobby, I just want to let you know this is me, and I'm really sorry about all that. Apologized.
Near death.
Near death reflecting.
Yeah, it's funny how death can do that.
And my dad just said, you know, you, when I see you, it's on site. Your shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, he was totally cool.
That escalated quickly.
How do you know somebody's into guns? Well, they have ballistic gel on their kitchen table. Ballistic gel everywhere.
Now, talking gear is one thing, using it is another, and I've heard BJ is fast. So we headed to the range to see what happens when you hand a Baja champion a rifle and tell him to send it. My favorite TV shows of all time is Top Gear, and they have a pretty popular segment where they take celebrities and they put them in a regular car and have them race around a racetrack, and then they compare their scores to see who's the fastest celebrity. They call their segment Celebrity in a Reasonably Priced Car. I figured, why not copy it? It's a great idea. So I put together Celebrity in a Reasonably Priced Handgun. We do the build drill here from 15 yards. That's 6 rounds on target, C-zone, from low ready, as fast as you can.
216.
Do we go until we get 6 hits?
Each miss is a half a second penalty.
Okay.
It's really hard with a stock Glock.
Well, it's so different from what I'm used to, because I'm used to like no recoil impulse.
Shooter ready?
Shoot ready.
1 miss. 2-2. That was good. It's 2-7-2 total.
But you were drilling this over and over?
No. I'll give it a shot real
and you
quick.
got 6 hits in under 2?
I'm kind of a big deal.
2-3. 2 misses.
2 hits.
No, that was 4 hits.
Wasn't it 2 hits? I'm so glad we got video. Look at you smiling.
I'm doing it again.
2 hits.
Damn.
2 hits.
That was fun.
We got receipts. We got receipts.
Hey, the other time was on video too. I just want to say that.
It's the win. Best of 3.
Yeah, best of 3.
Oh shit, okay.
You're at 272 is your best score right now.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Shooter ready.
Yeah, fucking not even got 1.
Really fast.
Yeah.
186.
All right, let me go a little bit more conservative, but not much.
2 misses.
Yeah.
188. So 288 with 2 misses, or 222 with 1. So 272 was your top.
272.
It's a lot more challenging than people think with a stock Glock.
It's so dope to have that like competition board and take people that, not only people that are like okay and people that are not okay, they're terrible, but also people like you and I
that are good.
Get down, and we still have trouble with the system. So
there's so much more muzzle flip. The trigger is not nearly as good.
Yeah.
It's the return to 0. You don't have an optic on it. Mm-hmm. And now when I carry, I'm thinking, I think I'm throwing an optic on my 365 XL.
Because I know that this will get impressions, it's going to get shared.
Now, if you've made it this far into the video, I'm hoping it's because you like the content. And if you want to see more of this great content, it'd mean the world to us if you hit that subscribe button.
It's going to be widely understood that if you put a little bit of effort into the system, you get returns from that. But if you have better equipment, like what do you think is going to win in a drag race, a Raptor or a Raptor R?
Well, I think neither I nor BJ expected it to be like that. And he shot a 2.72, which is kinda average, because he wanted to actually get the rounds on steel, and it's quite challenging if you're not used to a standard Glock, and well, that's why we did the drill in the first place. It makes things interesting, even for a world-class, really fast shooter.
So we're at Scott Ranch, and we got this beautiful Combat Master here. You and I both big fans, Taryn, and everything he makes. They're awesome guns. Why is there an evidence stamp on the top of this particular Combat Master?
This is during my gunfight several years back. Two individuals approached us in a parking lot. One of them presented a firearm. I also brought a firearm. And so we had a gunfight in the middle of a parking lot. He shot at Tori twice, shot at me 6 times, and I shot and stopped him from continuing to shoot.
How early did you acquire them, or when did you first know they were there and they were there to do harm?
I was aware of them for an entirety of 6 seconds.
So it happens fast.
Tori was trying to gain my knowledge of her presence.
So she saw them first?
Yes. She started whispering, BJ, BJ, BJ. My car is parked like this. So the front bumper's here, the rear bumper's here. I see 2 guys, briefly see them, don't know if they're coming or going or if they're stationary. I'm trying to locate her. She stands up, she's like this, and then walks around the front of the bumper. So she's standing by the bumper, she's looking at this threat. Like, as soon as she gets there, and that's all she did. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look over there. At that point, I saw the gun.
And it's out and pointing?
He's southpaw and pointing at her, and he has a guy behind him, and they're walking as fast as they can. He turned to me and says, you know, like, stay right there, motherfucker, whatever. I just saw a problem that needed a solution. The solution is a ballistic solution. He engaged her the same time I engaged him when his partner yelled gun. I didn't know this at the time. The guy that was with him was trying to stop him from doing this. And that guy was his brother.
Oh.
I still talk to his brother. I'm actually friends with his brother. We talk like once a month. I was actually gonna go see him for the first time in Inglewood Cemetery 2 weeks ago. And I asked his brother for permission. The most amazing thing about this entire event that amazed me about all of it, besides it happening, and what are the low percentage chances of something like that happening to a person like me that just trains extensively
It's the wrong person
on damaging human tissue. I was a little early on my first shot. Second shot through shot 7, missed completely. And I wasn't excited. I was very, very calm. And I think that's a tactical advantage that you get from my type of driving, specifically in my form of motorsports. The first one went through the ribs. When I hit him in the rib, he turned and faced me, running, like trying to run backwards with both hands on the gun. He went back and forth from this and that. Both hands on the gun. The last round is the one that shut him off. I think it may have skipped off the front of the gun and hit him right in the beak right here. And it's like unplugging the TV. If we're gonna have a fight that's going to send you into the next life, I'm glad it wasn't something where he struggled a lot.
After we finished up at the range, it was time to head back to downtown Vegas. But, you know, BJ doesn't do anything normal. He decided to take us on a shortcut. A 13-mile shortcut that you might think would take 10 or 15 minutes, but instead took 2 hours, floating through the mountains back to Vegas.
Do you have trouble driving 50? Legit question.
What I have trouble doing is listening to somebody that doesn't have nearly the understanding of vehicle dynamics that I do. My race truck goes a little bit faster than this here, just because it's 7,000 pounds, you know. With the same race tire, you're requiring to hold grip and changing direction, A-cell and D-cell.
What's your plan?
I'm just gonna have to draw right here.
When your kids are grown up, what do you hope that they remember most about their dad?
That he did the best he could. Yeah, I hope I did a good job.
There's no manual for being a parent. I remember driving home with this kid in the back seat, just thinking like, I can't believe they let me take him home.
Mazel tov, it's a boy.
Without my son, I wouldn't have a lot of this stuff. I wouldn't have a lot of these trophies, these championships. I would have never won a Baja 1000. I mean, I won the 500 right before Jaden was born. So nobody even knew who I was. Nobody in the sport even knew who I was. You know, now, obviously, I'm very well known for a wide variety of different things, and I think he's responsible for all of them.
No pressure.
Yeah.
We expect more good things from him. Okay? Whatever, with your mojo. I got one more question. Because it's 9:51 at night. This man has a lot of stories. And I feel like
There's a lot more.
it's like the Titanic. I feel like there's a lot more below the surface. The last question I really have is, and I know this is like an impossible question, but what's next? Is it's get sponsored again and get back into racing? Is it leave racing and teaching? Is it focus on firearms? Like what is the direction that you feel like your compass is pointed?
God has an incredible sense of humor. I want to get back in the office, and I'm in conversations with a few different companies about doing that, and they're pretty exciting conversations. And if everything falls into place, it's going to be awesome. I'm doing everything I can to make that happen. I want my kids to see that.
So you say back in the office, you mean back in the driver's seat?
Oh yeah, it's got a
That's
window.
it. That's the office.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to see it.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, man. Thanks for sharing 13 hours of your day with me.
That was fun.
Boiled down to about 14 minutes. Seriously, it was a lot of fun. Your gun room was fucking awesome. You're walking in and seeing ballistic gel on the kitchen counter, and really everywhere you've taken us, there's ballistic gel.
Yeah.
Any property that you have control over has ballistic gel somewhere. Yeah. That was great. Staccato Ranch it was fun shooting for you.
That
Thanks.
was an awesome facility.
Thanks for giving the reasonably priced handgun bill drill a try. I appreciate that. 272. Remember, we got to put that on the leaderboard.
Oh, is that what I got?
222 was your fastest
But I
with
got
one
a
miss.
yeah.
Which is interesting, right? Because now it's going to make you want to go back and control the muzzle flip and get 222 with all hits.
Yeah, 100%. That's, I think I was even more reckless the next time.
The next time you were 1.8 something,
Yeah, but
but
I
it was
got
like
2
two.
misses, yeah.
No, I think it was a few more. We'll
it
have
2 or
to
3?
check the video.
I'll have
It
to
was a
check.
few more. But I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, out of your life, and
Oh, thank you.
letting me get a window into it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and I'm honored that I would be selected for such an awesome editorial and adventure.
I can't wait to see. And I can't wait to come back for another one and you can fill in all the gaps.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot here.
Thanks, BJ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it,
Thank you.
13 hours in, I think this is the longest one I've ever done.
Spending a day with BJ Baldwin was exactly what you might expect if you knew him, and nothing like it at the same time. He's part tactician, part showman, and 100% savage when it comes to pushing the limits, on or off the track. If you want to hear another wild story, check out our episode with Adam Knowles of Ballistic High Speed, where he talks about surviving a literal RPG explosion. Or catch our deep dive with regular car reviews, one of the most interesting and probably the best car roaster on YouTube today. Now that's it from this episode of Behind the Channel. We'll see you on the next one.
That is extremely cold.
You guys ready to get in?
Hell to the no. Inside.
Yeah, wouldn't this be a f***ing awesome,
No.
shareable moment?
I don't think this would be a shareable moment at all.
I usually step on them, that's what happens.
That's because you don't go to the gym.
I usually take those off with my fingers.